Just tilt this down a tiny bit. So anyone joining in late, anyone watching on Facebook, you can just jump in at any point that you like. Anyone watching on Facebook, if you want to jump into Zoom, find the Zoom ID on the Facebook page and just feel free to jump in. Okay, it's an open club here. So we're just going to look over one shoulder then the other. Then look up and down. Alright, we're going to roll our chin across our chest from shoulder to shoulder. Just loosening up that neck. Okay, we're just going to draw circles with our shoulders. So we're going backwards. So you can start with the small circles here, then larger circles. And really try and open up the shoulders, try and touch the shoulder blades together at the back there. And then forwards now. So get the shoulders nice and high up around your ears. And then down to really big circles, especially if you guys, like me, have probably been staring at a laptop for too long today. Big circles, hopefully that will feel good in your shoulders, limbering them up a little bit. Okay, we're going to introduce the arms now, so we're going to stretch out our arms, we're going to draw little circles beside us, so going backwards and then forwards. And then we're going to go for bigger circles here, all the way up and down. And then we'll change, going backwards. It's really opening out our arms, chest and shoulders. Right. Okay, we'll keep our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we will stick with the shoulders here. What we'll do, we'll hold our arms out in front of us, straight out in front of us, like we're holding a tiny steering wheel, like on a cartoon clown little car. Tiny steering wheel like this. So we're just going to turn one way then the other here. And then the steering wheel, tiny steering wheel, is going to get bigger and bigger. So we're going to gradually turn that steering wheel around. So we're holding opposite ends of it and we're going bigger, bigger, bigger now. This should help open up your shoulders a bit. And then we're going to draw it in back to the tiny steering wheel. Just turning left and right. Just like that. And we're going to go bigger again. So you could be drawing a big circle if you like, or working the steering wheel, and then back into the small steering wheel again. And that should help open up our shoulders a little bit. Okay, we're just going to loosen our shoulders out a bit, just stretching out, shaking out our arms. And we're just going to pummel here, so you can, it's just be like a light kind of uppercut or pummel, basically. And try and relax your shoulders now, alright? So they're nice and relaxed, and you're just moving through this movement, pummeling, uppercutting, really letting your arms relax as well now. So your arms are nice and loose, and now you're turning at the torso as well. So you're twisting at the hips, and you're uppercutting with the arms, letting your shoulders and arms relax. Okay, nice. So we're going to keep our arms still. We're going to turn around, so look behind us one direction, the other. I'm lifting up a heel of the opposite legs. I'm lifting my right heel, I'm looking behind to my left, lifting up my left heel, I'm looking behind. And you're going to bounce into this stretch now, so we're going to actually reach with that arm behind us as well. So if you guys have been doing like any upper body stuff, a lot of press ups, that kind of thing, this really helps the shoulders. Okay, now we're just going to spread out our legs a little bit more, and we're going to touch opposite toe with our hand and then come back, and we're going to touch opposite toe here. So we're going to start stretching the hamstrings a little bit, so we keep our back straight, and we're just going to touch down opposite toe. Right, okay, you're going to pick one arm, and what you're going to do, you're going to bend down, keeping the back straight, hinging at the hips. You're going to touch one foot and the other foot and draw a really big circle and go all the way around. Nice and high, and then back down again. So you're basically drawing a huge circle with one arm. You're touching each foot as you go along. Try to keep your back straight, and you're just hinging at the hips. And then change direction. So you're touching foot, foot, and then drawing this really big arch over the top of you. Foot, foot, and then big circle. Alright, switch arms. So you're going to go touch foot, then foot with your opposite arm now. Straight arm, big arch in front of you. Touch each foot. And then again, draw a big circle, and then change direction now. So you're waving the opposite direction now. moving through, touching each foot one at a time, moving through like that. Nice. Okay, bring our feet in. We have our feet pretty close now. We're going to try and balance on one foot and bring our knee up. Try and open it out to the right or the left, whichever you've chosen. Trying to keep your spine straight so you're not bending over too much, and then bring it back in front of you and then down. Then we're going to switch feet, knee comes up. So try and keep the rest of your body really, really straight, just opening up here. So you're opening up the groin and hip, nice, and draw it back in front of you and then back down to the floor. We're just going to do it 2 times, this basic version, opening the hip, knee goes back in front, down to the floor, back up again, open the hip, knee goes out, nice. Okay, cool. Now we're going to bring the original foot up. You're going to try and place it on the inside of your thigh, like that, okay? Try and find that balance point here. So if you have to grab your ankle and pull it up, or your shin and pull it up, so I'm just resting the sole of my foot above my knee on the inside of my thigh. You find this balance point, okay, and just hold that for a second. And then we're going to release the foot from the thigh and then try and bring that knee up again and try and stay balanced. And we're going to open it up like we're going for a kick here. So we're opening up the knee now, so we're trying to get the knee nice and high and really opening up the hips. So it's not just this, opening the gate like we did, we're turning the outside of our foot or the heel up to the ceiling and trying to hold this position now as high as you can. And there you can even extend the leg out to kick and then back down again. So this is all about stability and balance. Straighten the leg out, then back down. Then bring the knee back in front of you, then put it back down to the floor. You shake that leg out. So you should really start to feel this isolating the outside of your hip. We're going to do the other side now. So bring that heel, the knee up, extend it out, grab the shin, and then try and glue the sole of your foot to the side of your thigh. Just hold that balance point for a second there. Nice. So just hold that. Now we're going to release the foot from the thigh here and try and turn the outside of the foot, the blade of the foot up towards the ceiling. There. And really open up that hip. And you can extend the foot for a side kick, then bring it back. Still try to keep this balance point the whole time. Try not to lean over too much to the top part of your body. Then try and kick, just extend. You should really feel the tightness here on the top of your hip. That's good. Extend that. Slowly bring that knee back in front of you and then back down to the floor. You can shake your legs out now. So you probably feel that right kind of like concentrated on the side of your hips there. So it's good for the hip mobility, this one. We're going to spread out our feet again so our toes are pointed straight in front of us. So spread your feet out as wide as possible while you can keep your legs nice and straight and you can keep upright. So you're just hinging at the hips here. We're just going to hinge at the hips there. So we're bringing our our body, our chest like parallel to the floor and then back up again. So the only thing that's moving is the hips now. Well, the only thing that's hinging is the hips. So you keep your back straight and you feel this in your hamstrings. So that's 2, we'll just do 1 more. You can even touch the floor in front of you if you like. And then back up. Right, we're going to turn. So now our toes are pointing in the same direction here, the splits position. I'm going to go for a lunge, a low lunge like this, and bring my knee to the floor and my hands go down to the floor over my front leg. I can stretch out my back leg so it's straight and then just feel that stretch in your hamstrings, your groin, and you can bounce up and down into that. So you don't need to have you can have your knee on the floor if you like, or you can straighten out that back leg here. So you've got more of like a full on stretch there. And we're going to push ourselves back up just using our legs into the original position. There. Nice. Okay, we're going to turn our feet again. We're going to turn our feet to the side now. We're going to lunge to the other side. There. So nice low lunge. You can put your knee on the floor if you like, or keep it off here. Put your hands down either side of your front leg, and then just bounce and go into that lunge. Try and push your hip close to the floor. Again, keep that back leg straight, or you can put it to the floor if you like. Up to you. And slowly try and push yourself up. So when we go up to a standing position, try to take your hands off the floor first and use the strength of your legs to push yourself back up, and then square up again. Nice, so we're going to turn again, do the same as the first one. So we're going to lunge into it like this here. We're just going to get that lunge, pushing our hips down. Then we're going to turn our heel, our back heel, rear heel to the floor. Our toes are going to point in front of us. We're going to bring ourselves back up here, like that. And then the front leg is straight, and we're just going to lean into it. there a little bit, so we're getting a real stretch on the hamstring. So just leaning into it, you can slide your hand down your shin, touch your toe if you can. So really like you feel like isolating the front hamstring here, just trying to flex it out a little bit. And you can bring yourself back up, you're going to switch. So you can look towards your right now, your right foot's pointed towards your right, your left foot's pointed towards the screen. Try and keep both legs straight if you can. If you bend the back leg, it's fine. It's more about the front leg. Keep that straight and just slide your hand down the shin to get that stretch on that hamstring. You can bend the back knee if you like and just concentrate on the front hamstring stretch. Nice, nice, nice. And next we'll do... Okay, while we're in this position, let's try and bring our legs nice and straight, okay? So our back toes are pointed forwards towards the screen, our front toes are pointing towards the right. Okay, we're going to we'll do like it's a tiny yoga move, but we're not going to go through the whole sequence. We're just going to straighten our arms out, stretch our arms out, and we're going to bend down here, creating this triangle position here, because it's really good for your shoulders, this. I'm going to open up and look towards the ceiling, so you're creating this triangle. So hands can go on the shin here, on the floor, or your fingertips can touch on the floor. And you just can try and open up and hold that position so both legs are straight and you look up towards the palm, your left palm. And straighten yourself out, turn your feet, foot goes forward, the other foot goes to the side. You're going to lean into that side and then you do another triangle this side. We won't spend too long here, it's not a yoga class, but it's really good for your shoulders and good for your balance and your core as well. So you need to use that to try and stay balanced. Okay, nice. We're going to go down onto the floor now, so we're going to go... Okay, so we're going to go, keep our legs straight and as wide as possible, okay? Our hands go to the floor. Alright, what we're going to do, walk our hands out here, so we're in like a plank with wide legs, and walk our hands back, so our hands are in between our feet. Just walk forward, so you're going quite low, so you're in a plank. So plank with wide legs, your toes should still be pointing forwards, and then walk your hands back so your body weight is in between your legs. You do that one more time. This time when you walk forwards, you're going to go into a press up. So you go into your toes, really slow controlled press up, bring your elbows in, chest and nose all the way to the ground, and then push back through that press up. If you have to put your knees to the floor to take some of the weight, that's fine, and then push yourself back. So it's a really slow, controlled wide leg press up here. We'll do the same thing, walk forwards, keep our elbows into our chest, the fingers pointed forwards here, weight, the chest is over my hands. I'm going to bring my chest and face really close to the mat now, hover over that for a second, and then push back through, engaging the core the whole time, and then push back again. If you have to put your knees to the floor, that's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bend one leg, so we're going to lean into one side now, bend one leg, and we're going to crawl forwards like this. If there's a big square on the floor in front of us, we're crawling to the top corner now, and we'll do a press up there. So we do a press up in the top corner and then push back. So we're leaning into one of the legs, keeping the other leg straight, and then push ourselves back. We're going to lean to the other side now. See, so I'm leaning like we were here, I'm leaning over to my right. I'm going to pretend like there's a huge square on the equal side square. I'm going to crawl forwards and do a press up with my hands on the top of that corner, and then push back up. It's quite tricky, these types of press ups. Right, we're going to do last press up. So our legs are still nice and straight, they're split and wide. We're going to do the original one, so we're going to crawl out forwards, go into press up position here. So just like this press up we did, okay, but if we can, we're going to try and step one leg through. So one leg's going to go through the gap, hopefully you guys can see from here. One leg's going to go through the gap and hover like that. I'm going to try and press up through, and then back up again. And then replace the leg. And then walk yourself back up, all the way up again, and then all the way down. We'll try the other side now. So doing the original press up, just a wide leg press up, but now we're going to take all the weight off one of the legs, try and step that leg all the way through the gap, hover it over the floor, and push down into that press up, hold it, and push back up, and then replace the leg. We'll do it 2 more times, and push yourself back up here. You can shake off the shoulders and arms. We're going to go back again one side each. A little bit of stability and strength here. Go into that low press up. Like I said, if you want to stay on your knees and just do the press up here, that's fine. Those of you who want to challenge, you're going to do this press up, you're going to sit through, legs going to hover all the way down. You can even put your foot on your thigh, hold that, and push through that press up. And back. So this is going to be my last one now. All the way down. These are good, these types of press ups, because they're really hitting different angles. So I'm going to go on my right foot, my left foot's going to step through. All my weight, I've only got 3 points of contact with the floor, my right foot, my 2 hands. I'm going to press up all the way down, and push back up, replace the foot, and then push back up there. How are those, are they alright? Good, good. Right, we're going to just do a couple more things on the floor now before we do the HIIT workout. So now we're going to go into our knees. Alright, so let's go onto all fours now, please. We're going to open up our hips. We're going to do a similar thing we were doing on our foot, opening up our hips like a dog taking a pee, and then back down again, or male dog. We'll go the other side. So just opening up the leg, try and keep your spine as straight as possible, your hips in line. Bring that knee up. If you go too high, you feel like you're compensating by leaning back, then just don't go that high, just open it up and then back down again. Nice. And again the other side. Hold that for a second and back down. We're going to do exactly the same thing now with our legs straight. So we're going to straighten the leg out beside us, like that. So we've got hand, hand and knee on the floor, and then one leg out straight. And see that I've got my toes pointing towards you guys. And try and lift that foot off the floor, just a couple of inches, and hold that. Lift it high if you can. And then back down again. There's a nasty one. With a 3 times each side. So this is really good for your hip strength, mobility, flexibility, all that stuff. This is, I'm sure this really helps with kicks as well, if you want to practice those more. So lift that foot off the floor, hold, and then back down. Okay, last one on that side. So you probably really feel, if you like me, try and breathe. And the other side, you're going to feel that on the outside of your hip in the morning, right there. So that hip, that ball and socket joint of the hip, this is really hopefully going to open it up a bit more, which will help with any injuries and stuff. But we can go the other side now. Lift off that leg just for a few seconds and back down. Oh man, if you feel like a cramp or it's starting to seize up, then just loosen up a little bit. And again, up, back down. Last one. Straighten it out next to you. Try and keep your spine straight. And up. And then back down. Okay, last one with the mobility stuff. On our knees now. Right, so it's up to you. You might want to keep your legs flat on your shins or up on your toes. Right? And you'll try and do the same thing. So I'm going to bring one leg off the floor and try and kick out with one leg. This is pretty tough. So you might want to put a cushion down or something, whatever you're going to help your knee. Here, we're not going to spend too long on this, so just try and straighten one leg, draw it out in front of me, and then out to the side without touching the mat, and then back down. Whew, see, it's harder to do this than standing, obviously, because you haven't got your foot to keep balancing. So you're just on your knee and your toes, and do the same with the other leg now. Try and straighten it out, pass it out in front of you, without the heel touching the floor. Then straight, keep that leg, draw a big circle with it to the side. Oh, I've touched the floor, failure. And then back around. It's hard, isn't it? Sit back to your heels. Just shake it out and we'll do the workout in a second. So you stand up, you might need to shake out your hips a little bit. So if you're like me, you're going to feel this right in the other side of the hips. But if you do this more often, then it's going to help with the kicks and stuff. Right then. Right, we're going to go straight into the HIIT workout. So what we're doing is, we're going to do 2 8-minute rounds with just a quick rest in between. So we're going to have like 1 minute rest in between 2 rounds. Each round has 8 exercises, and I'm going to tell you, go through them first. The first exercise of the first round is a normal lunge. Alright? So it's just going to be 45 seconds on with 15 seconds rest for the first round, then it's going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. So the first one's just going to be a lunge, right, nice and straightforward, and the second round of it is going to be like a lunge but a reach. So I'm lunging down. If you want to make it difficult, you keep that rear knee off the floor and you reach forward like that, like a big stretch, and then push back up through the lunge. It's kind of tough if you do that for 50 seconds. The second one is going to be punching, so it's going to be 1, 2. It's just straight punches. Jab, right cross, jab, right cross. Really kind of simple, straightforward, down the pipe punches. The second version of that is going to be a jab, cross, hook, cross. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 2, like that. But it doesn't matter, if you don't want to be too technical with it, you're just throwing your hands out, right? But here I'm jab, right, straight, hook, and then right, straight. So it's just a bam, 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 bam. So if you're worried about technique, just think about like engaging your core, so like tensing your stomach and like throwing like this, like throwing balls here. As long as you're twisting at the stomach here, it doesn't really matter what you're doing with your hands. Just try not to stand there just doing your hands, just try and twist through and keep balanced. And then really with your arms you can be doing straight punches, hooks, whatever, okay? Like that. So just when you're doing that one, make sure you're tensing your stomach, that you're using that, not just your arms. After that we're going to be doing squats for the first round, and the second round for the squats we're going to do a squat here, and if you can take the weight off, do like a crow position. I'm going to put my hands down, put my knees here on my elbows and just basically kick my feet off the floor just a couple of inches. If not, you're just going to do a squat, knee to the floor and then back up. So it can just be a squat, knee to the floor and then back up like this, or if you can, you can do like that, just kicking your feet off, taking the weight on your arms. But mind your wrist. After that is going to be crunches. I don't need to show you crunches. After that is going to be kicks. The first round will be low kick here, so you can just kick here like you're kicking a football. Second round is going to be a higher kick, so you're just doing the same thing, but just trying to bring your leg a bit higher off the floor. Or you could just do this, you could just do high kind of kicks like that, old high kicks. After that is going to be rolling under like this. We're just doing head movement like that. Then the second round is going to be rolling under with the uppercut. After that is going to be a walkout, so it's going to be crawling. We're just going to be crawling like this and then pushing ourselves back just like we did before. And then the second round of that will be a press up in between. And then last round will be a bit more jiu-jitsu. We're going to do the first round will be a knee slide, so we're just pushing our knee across the floor like this. And the second one's going to be a kick, technical stand up. The very last round is going to be kick to the side and then stand up, okay? Does that all sound alright to you guys? Yeah! So you know what to expect now. Get yourselves hyped up. This is UFC 250 tonight. This is imaginary fighting, so we win every round. That's the idea. We're going to get started now. We'll go straight into it. Okay, let's go. So we're doing 8 exercises here. 45 seconds. You guys ready? It's going to be lunges first. Just normal lunges, okay guys? Go straight into lunges. Lunge down, then up. Down and up. Just normal lunge. You can do a reverse lunge by stepping behind you and tapping the floor with your knee, if you like, or you can do a forward lunge here, stepping forward like this. It doesn't really matter, as long as your back's straight, your shoulders are back, your posture's up, that you're not just like punching forwards. And you can, like I always say, pretend that you've got dumbbells in your hands or whatever, or even literally grab dumbbells if you want. Only 14 seconds left. So the standard lunges, nice, straight down, straight up again, just on a straight line, nothing too difficult to start. Okay, 15 seconds rest, take a breather, shake out your legs if you need to, you can even grab a quick sip of water. 1, 2 punches now, alright? So here we're going to do jab and then cross here. So just straight punches. If you want to just stand there, just punching your arms up like that in front of you, that's cool. Just now, we've done this for a few weeks, now just try and like twist the hips a little bit. So the shoulders are also moving forward and backwards, okay? At the very least, so you're punching forwards, your shoulders are going back and forwards, back and forwards. That's it, that's all you need to do. Nothing too technical. Here, if you really want to start moving, doing some footwork as well, that's fine. Just make sure you're balanced the whole time. And that's it, just straight punches. If you want to just go for like the calorie burn, you just plant your feet on the floor and just punch forwards like this. More like karate style, backwards and forwards, that's fine as well. Okay, just 5 seconds left. Jab, cross, jab, cross. Nice, okay, that's done. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds rest. Next is going to be squats. So this is just normal squats, as deep as you like. This is just like the first version of squats, so don't go too crazy. Here we go, guys, down. If you want to go nice and low, all the way down to the floor, up to the ground, that's cool. Or just go into a shallow seated position here, and then back up. So you can keep this really static, your feet don't need to move. If you want to make it a bit more dynamic, you can always do a little step in between the squats. There. It's going to burn like 2 more calories, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much, just a bit more movement involved. If not, just push through the squats, make sure you're going relatively low or even very low, and push back up so you're in full standing position. Got 10 seconds left, so just a few more squats. Just make sure you're not falling forwards or leaning backwards too much, that you're on balance the whole time. 3 seconds, last squat. Alright, cool. 12 seconds, 11 seconds rest. Next is going to be crunches. So down onto the floor. You can do any crunches you like. Okay, so I'm just going to cram my feet underneath my sofa and crunch up like this. Here, I could do a couple of twisting ones here. I could do these kind of Russian twists if I like. Or just normal crunches, back all the way to the floor, head all the way up. You can even do these side ones, touching the outside of your heels. This one is a free round. You're basically just doing sit-ups, whatever version you like. Just make sure you keep moving from one style to another. You can do leg flutters if you want. We've got 10 seconds left here. I'm going to do this for the end of the round. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's give core work. After this, we're going to go to low kicks. So we've got 12, 11, 10 seconds rest. Catch a breather. So here you can just pretend you're kicking a football if you like. Here, you're kicking someone's legs low. Here you can do a round kick to the feet. Here, or you can just kick, stamp, whatever, as long as you just keep lifting up your foot every time the other one comes down here. It was your low kick. You can do a low front kick, which is probably the easiest. My rear foot is coming forwards, twisting at the hips. Or we can do a low kind of sweep kick, like this, really stepping into it. Okay, so it's just kicks, any type of kick. Like I said, you can pretend you're kicking a football, bam, kicking a football. If you really want, you'd rather do, you can do leg sweeps, judo style leg sweeps here. If you'd rather practice a bit of geshibai, anything, as long as you're just kicking low here. You're moving the whole time. You're spinning low kick if you want. There. There. Okay. Okay, let's loosen up your legs a little bit. After this is going to be roll unders. So here we're going to get into our fighting boxing stance. So my left foot's forward, my right foot's back. I'm going to make sure I've got the centre of my gravity right in the middle, not leaning side to side. I'm just going to roll under here. So like I'm rolling under a piece of string which is going down the gym, or someone's just like jabbing. Someone's got one of those foam noodles, you know, jabbing at your head, and you're just going from one to the other. My weight is going to one leg and then the other, so I'm actually not rolling exactly side to side. I'm rolling kind of leg to leg here. That's what I'm doing. I keep my hands up to protect my head. I'm just rolling under these shots. Okay, so these are mini squats with a little bit of foot movement. If you want to start stepping side to side now, that's cool as well. These little hops is also similar to if you're playing Jiu-Jitsu and you're like at the beginning of a match pretending to, you know, grab a lapel when you're going to pull guard here. It's just changing your level really quickly, up and down, rolling under those shots, and the head bobbing. Alright, now there's going to be crawl outs. So we're going to have our legs parallel, spread quite wide apart, and we're just going to crawl out on our hands like that into plank position. We're not going to push up yet, and just push back. So just the same as we did before. Crawl out and then back up. If you want to get more of a stretch, you bring your feet together and you actually walk out, keeping your legs straight the whole time. This is more difficult because you have to be able to get your hands to the mat with your legs straight. You walk out and you walk back and you stand up. Keep going, guys. We've just got 20 seconds left. Into the plank position and back up. So these walkouts will really stretch your hamstrings. If not, the crawl outs are just as good. More like a reverse sprawl. You don't need to do the press up just yet. That's going to be in the next round. Last one. Alright, cool. Last one is going to be knee slides, alright? So we're going to go to the floor now. We're going to do just a simulating a knee slide pass. So we're going to get onto all fours. I'll bring my knee off the mat. I'm just going to slide like this, my butt to the ground, and then bring it back up. So it's like that would be a sit through with extended leg. This is a knee slide, or let's call it a slide through with my knee bent. That's the only difference. I'm just tapping the mat with my hip, my butt cheek, just touching the mat with it, like a knee slide pass. Bring one hand off the mat, so I've got contact with the mat, my hand and foot. I'm turning my toe out, so it allows my hip to open up. And we're just simulating the knee slide here. Side to side. You can pick up the pace now, we've got 12 seconds left. Let's keep going, side to side. Knee slide out, back in. 4 seconds, keep going. Done. Good stuff. We've got a minute to rest. Do what you got to do. Take a swig of water. Use a towel. Shake out your arms. So we're doing the same thing again, but each exercise is a little bit more advanced. You can stick to the original one, right? If you want to keep it exactly the same again, keep it a bit more manageable, that's fine. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you copy me. We're doing the same things, but each one has a little layer of difficulty sprinkled on top. Let's say another 20 seconds rest. Deep breaths, could be in between rounds of a fight or whatever. I'm going to reset the clock. So now it's going to be 50 seconds with 10 seconds rest. So the rounds aren't, well, they're longer, but the whole thing's going to feel faster because you've got less rest. We're going straight into it, okay? If you guys aren't ready, then get ready. So we've got 10, 9, 8, we're going straight into it. So now it's going to be lunge with the reach, okay? So we're going to lunge forward and reach. If you want to keep that back knee off the ground, then that's even harder. Or you put the knee to the ground and just reach forward like that. You're reaching something in front and then back up. You switch your legs, go back down and then reach forward there. So you're getting a stretch with it as well. More of a different type of lunge. Then when you push back up into that standing position, try not to you can if you want, put your hand on the mat, but you really want to push through your legs. There's a bit more of a dynamic movement here with the reach, forward, down, and then reach forward here, nice. Keep going, we've got 10 seconds left. So it's a big step, lunge with a stab or a reach. So push back into that standing position, 3, 2, 1, pow. Okay, that's one down. Okay, catch your breath. Now there's going to be more of a combo of punching. So it's going to be 1, 2, hook, and you finish with the right hand. So you can do the same as you did before, you're just chucking a hook in and then you go back to the right hand. So it's actually a 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. So don't worry too much about your footwork, just make sure you're not falling over. Don't worry too much about the technique of the hook, you can just swing that arm. Just focus more on the first 2 shots, hook, and then the last shot comes down the pipe. Nice straight punch, okay? You want to speed it up, that's fine. And as I said, just try and twist at the hips. Twist at the hip, tense your stomach, so you're throwing these punches through your legs and through your core, not just the arms. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we pick up the speed, we've only got 10 seconds left. Really fast now. 3 seconds, keep going. Boom, nice work. Okay, 7, 6, 5 seconds. We're going to go into squats now. So squats with the tap of the knees on the floor, the crow. So you can watch me. So we're doing a squat, leaning forward, just taking the weight off my feet and then back up. Yeah, I'm actually putting my knees on the inside of my thighs and just kicking my toes off the floor. So the weight is on my hands only just for a split second. If not, you put your weight down, put your knees to the floor, and then back up. Don't know what this is called, I'm sure it's got a name. That's a squat here when your knees go to the floor. Let's call it a worship squat because you're basically going down onto your knees here and you're almost praying. If not, I'm just going to do a crow, mini crow in between each squat. Now, lifting the feet off, all the way back up with this. So So you're pushing through the squat. We've only got 5 seconds left, so just a couple of reps now. Keep going, try and hold that core. Ooh, nice. Good stuff. Okay, after this, we're going to crunches. All right, so this is old school crunches. We've got crunches and punches. Crunch, punch, 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 and then back down. Sit up, crunch, punch, punch, back down. So sit up, a few straight shots, back down again. So this one is not complicated at all. You just make sure your chest comes nice and high over your knees. Throw a few punches out front. Old school kind of boxing, training this stuff. And back down. Make sure you're breathing, you're not holding your breath too much. Face you guys. Punch, punch, and then back down. Keep going. I want the back to go on the mat and then all the way up so chest is over the knees. 10 seconds now. Let's speed it up. All the way down, all the way up. 5 seconds. A few more reps. Last rep. Bam. Okay, cool. We've got kicks now. We're going to try and just bring our leg a bit further off the floor. Any kick you want, you can just kick out in front here and kick your hand. Or if you want to try a side kick, try and get a bit higher, that's fine. Or just, as I said, just do this kick here. Kicking your hand a bit out in front, just slowly getting your leg higher and higher. Start feeling that hamstring loosen up a little bit. Okay, or we can try doing high kicks. Yeah, roundhouse kick, side kick. Yeah, straight kick here. You try your other foot as well. I like to kick against the wall as well, so I've got something to bounce back against. Got 13 seconds. Try and get that foot nice and high off the mat, as high as you can. Now pick up the pace. Right, nice. Okay, after this is going to be roll under and uppercut. So the same boxing, we're going to roll under and punch up, and then back down. That's all it is. So uppercut, roll under, here. So rolling under, the hand, fist comes through the middle, their guard, bam. There. I'm turning my fist over so my palm is towards me, there. And really this punch should be coming through your hips. So you're really punching through the floor, kicking, like pushing through the floor, the hips come up as well. There. So that's how you're going to get some real power into it, by stepping, rolling under, there. So this could be a body shot, a really quick body shot here, rolling under, kind of Mike Tyson style, or up through the middle, through the guard, landing on the chin. Yeah. So quick roll under one way, bam, uppercut the next. Keep going guys, 7 seconds. Keep moving, one side then the other. 5, 4, no, 2, 1. There you go, take a breather. 2 exercises left. We're going to do the walk out now, or the crawl out with a press up. Okay? Let's keep going. So the crawl out, now press up like at the beginning of class, and then walk back. So this is like a reverse sprawl. You can do a walk out with your legs straight, and press up is even harder. Keep your legs straight, walk out if you want onto your fists, and then back up. Keep going. "20 seconds left, walk out, press up, pushing through the fist, and back up, or we can do crawl. This can be a bit faster with the crawl. Almost like a sprawl out. Keep going, we've only got 10 seconds, 9 seconds left, sprawl out, push up, and back up. 4 seconds, last rep. Nice, okay, we've got 10 seconds rest. Last and final exercise, side kick with a technical stand up. So put one hand down, we're kicking behind next to us, we're drawing the arm, the leg through, technical stand up. We go the other way, kick next to us, draw the leg back through, and stand up all the way. So kick here, and then stand up. Kick to the side here, stand back up into this fighting stance. There's someone next to you, you kick them, and stand up so you've got your guard up. No point standing up if you're not protecting yourself. Let's speed it up now. We've got 23 seconds left. Kick from one side to the other. Make sure you plant that hand down firmly. Kick side to side, 14 seconds. Keep going, plenty of time to get those reps in. So let's call this a technical side kick or something. Stand up between each rep, hands up. Last one, done. Good work. How you guys feeling?
Yeah.
Dylan, are you alive? Yeah?
Just about.
Just about, good, good. Right. I've only got 15 minutes left, so you guys can rest while I show you the first flow. Okay. So you can just watch and copy me, and then when you're recovered, you just go straight into it. First one is going to be, here it's going to be a knee slide, so we're going to start just like we were doing before. We're going to bring one knee off the floor, we're going to slide through, yeah? So it's a knee slide just like that, but you know, sometimes when we do this knee slide and they catch us in like 3/4 guard, or basically they pinch their thighs together so our ankle is caught. So we can't finish the knee slide, so we're going to change it into a long step. Our foot is caught, we're going to put our left hand down now, turn, so then my right hip goes, left hip goes to the mat, and then I step that foot out, yeah? So we go knee slide, so we start on all fours, we bring my left knee off the mat, open up my hip, and I slide through here. The foot is caught. So I'm putting my left hand down now, and just basically I've got my right hip on the floor, so I need to turn completely to put my left hip on the floor. So my knees come off the mat, I spin through my toes like this, and then I step it out. Once I step it out, I draw my left leg through, so now we're in side control, yeah? Now we're in side control, we're going to go for far side arm bar. So we're going to underhook the far arm. We're going to lift up to our chest, we're going to step over the head. Obviously here you can go Kimura, all sorts of options here, but I'm going to go for the arm bar, so I'm going to do a full twist, do 180 twist. You see I push through my toes again and twist the way through and end up in this position and then fall back for the arm bar, okay? If you find that difficult, just put your hands to the mat and aid your movement with your hands. Hands on the mat, just turn around, turn around, turn around, and then fall back there. You're just moving 180 degrees and finishing with the arm bar on the opposite side. And that's it. So, join in when you feel ready for it. I'm going for a knee slide. Foot gets caught. I change, my hand goes to the mat, bring my knees off. I do a long step instead. I draw that knee through, side control. I'm going to get the opposite side arm here with the arm, my right arm, the arm nearest to their legs. You're going to grab that, you're going to step over their head, you can put your left hand to the mat here to take some of the weight off, and then spin. So I'm facing my sofa, I want to spin so I'm facing the wall. And then we've got the arm bar there. Let me show you again here. So each time you do it, you want to try and get smoother and smoother the next time. Slide through, hand goes to the mat, I change my legs, my left butt goes to the floor, step that foot out, and my weight is on my elbow. I bring my left leg through the gap. Now we're in side control here. So if I get a cushion, you'll see I'm in side control there, and I'm squashing them to the floor. Their arm is up, this tiny little arm here. I step over, and I'll finish with the arm bar. Right? So the movement is the most important thing, not necessarily the dummy underneath. So a few more reps on this. I'm going to go the opposite side now using my cushion guy. So here I've tried to pass the guard, my knee slide through here, but my leg is caught, or my ankle is caught. So I'm going to twist, put my right hip to the floor, and then step that leg out. Draw that leg through, now I'm in side control. I'm going to rub my sweaty face on the cushion. I'm going to grab the arm, step around, and spin now. See, I'm spinning there. And then finish the arm bar. Is everyone getting on with this one right?
Yeah.
Nice, Lewis, yeah, and then step through. Just as I was watching Lewis, he disappeared. Okay, last couples, we'll do one each side, as like smooth as you possibly can. Yeah, I'm going to do one more the other side now. Knee slide. Long step. Step out. Slide control. Far side arm bar, step. Weight onto the arm. Twist. And finish. Alright, we've got 10 minutes left. Any questions on that one, or you guys found it alright? Good, 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 good. So you guys got the cushions out. Okay. Last one we're going to do will be a bit more up and down. So a bit more like traditional jiu-jitsu or even MMA. So this one, I think this one will be fun. This one mixes it up a little bit. So this one we're in the guard, okay? I'm going to stand up in a sec so I won't angle the camera down too much. So we're in the guard here, but we're pretending it's a kind of self-defense situation. We're kicking up, MMA situation here. So in the open guard, we're kicking up and we need a technical stand-up. So if someone's attacking us here, trying to pass the guard or punch us or whatever, we're going to technical stand-up here. So we're drawing the circle with our right elbow to get up onto that elbow, onto the side, and we just shift our weight so we're on our hip. Remember to protect your face with that hand, yeah? We've all done technical stand-up before. Pop up onto our hand with our fingers pointed backwards, lift our butt off the floor. A couple of kicks to keep them away, draw that leg through, and then stand up through into this fighting stance here. Your rear leg now is going to kick through, bam, just a kick, and then draw back, there. After you've drawn back, your front leg is going to slide back here, and we're going to go for a takedown. So I'm going to step in, I'm going to do a tie toss, but you can do any takedown you want, here, and we're going to turn like this. And this knees are going to go to the ground. So we're just pretending we've done a really big throw, like that. So you just could be drop to your nagi, to drop tie toshi, anything that gets you your level back down to the ground. I'll put my right hand on the floor, my knee comes through, and I'm just going to pretend I step through for the arm bar. You know, so sometimes you could do a drop throw and that arm is up and you're basically just taking the arm. So I'll show you that again. So this is a nice full body one. So we're on the bottom guard, we're kicking up here, we're protecting ourselves. Welcome back, Lewis. Right, you're kicking up like that. We're going to go on to side of the technical stand up. Protect your face, up onto your hand, stand up, just kicking them away, and stand up like that. Here, we're standing up and we're facing our opponent the whole time. This rear leg is going to come through and kick, and then draw it back. So that lead foot is stationary the whole time. It can just be a roundhouse kick here, or you can just kick a football, whatever, as long as you're balanced, okay? Then that lead foot slides back, here. You're going to step in now and do a big throw, backwards throw here. And knee goes to the ground to take the weight. And then from here we just imitate an arm bar. Hand goes to the floor, knees go up, and then arm bar. So it's like you're throwing someone and they're doing this. You're throwing them and their arms up like this for the taking. Okay? So we do it another few times before we finish off. So we're in the guard here. We're trying to stand up. We need to kick them away, get onto our side. Technical stand up here. We'll kick. We'll draw that leg here. Slide that foot back. Throw. And then arm bar. We'll do this again. So on the floor again. Yeah, nice routine, that looks good. So the floor, kicking up here, kicking up, open guard, drawn onto our side, technical stand up, lift our butt off the floor, keep kicking. That kicking leg comes back through the middle, and I stand up through that, okay? Now my weight's going to shift onto my front leg as I kick, ow, and I come back down, there. I slide that leg back, do a big throw onto the knee, hand goes down, and then arm bar to finish. We do it another couple of times. I'll do it to the Facebook video. Yeah. Kicking up here, keeping them away, up kicks, technical stand up, kick, back down, slide back, big throw to the knee here, and then arm bar to finish. I'm going to try on my bad side now, so we'll do another one. This is going to feel weird, but I'm going to do my less natural side. So we're up kicking here, onto my left elbow now. Technical stand up, draw that through, stand up into defense stance, and you're going to kick, back down, draw that back, left foot forward now, you throw, hand goes to the floor, and then arm bar. Everyone looks like they're getting on alright, so again do last couple now, we're going to do last 2 reps as smooth as you can. Nice and smooth now, with no breaks in between. A few minutes left, so last couple. On my other side now. Stand up, kick, back, draw, throw, arm bar. Last rep, very last rep, pick your favourite side and try and do it fast and smooth. Let's go. And done. Nice, Eugene. Yeah. Yeah, nice L. And then into the arm bar. Sweet, perfect. How's that? That feel good? Yeah, nice kick, Lewis. Nice high kick, perfect. Nice throw. And then, yeah, perfect. Brilliant. That's great, guys. I know it can feel a little bit kind of like kata-y and stuff, but hey, when you haven't got someone else to grab hold of, I like doing this kind of stuff. You're going to have a much more full body kind of workout. So we'll finish off, we'll last 4 minutes with a bit of stretching. So if you need to go, go ahead. If you want to stay for a few minutes, we're just going to stretch. I'm going to sit back, cross our legs here. You doing judo after this, Simon?
Yeah.
Oh, good work.
There you go. We've invited anyone from any other club, so it's a bit of a 3-line width to try and get people to come along.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I'll mention it to everyone else as well. I'm definitely doing Thursday masterclass.
Okay.
Yeah, after this one. Right, so just cradle a leg. Just going to rock side to side. Try and bring that knee towards your chest. So don't try and get your foot in your mouth here. You want your knee towards your chest here, so you're opening up your hip rather than just putting pressure on those knee ligaments. Rock side to side. Then with your right arm, you're going to grab the outside of your foot and try and pull that knee back behind you. So really opening up the hip there. This is the type of flexibility we want, being able to bring our foot back towards our shoulder rather than across our body. Across our body, someone's just going to smash and pass your guide. You want to have this extension and retraction here. So pull that back. You can grab your toe here and straight, or the bottom of your foot and straighten that out. If you can't straighten it out, just keep it bent. You straighten that leg out and try and move it out in front of you, across and to the side. Opening up that hip and really testing out that hamstring flexibility. Nice. Draw that back, cross that leg. Okay, brilliant. We're going to go for the other one now, so bring that out. This one's tighter. So bring this in front of you, so I'm cradling. If you only just like grab it with your hand, that's cool. I'm getting into the crook of my elbow, cradling and drawing that knee into my armpit pretty much, and then just going to rock left and right a little bit. And then now I'm going to grab the foot, try and pull that knee back behind me. I want to try and keep my chest open, my posture up, opening up that hip. Yeah, nice. Okay, now I'm going to grab my toes at the bottom of my foot and extend my leg out, trying to straighten out that hamstring. At the same time as keeping nice and upright if I can. I'm going to bring that out in front of me. And back to the side. Okay, so let's cross our legs again. Actually no, let's do a bit of this butterfly. This is a nice one as well. So just soles of your feet together. We've got the last 2 minutes. Soles of your feet together. Try and push your groin close to your heels and opening up your knees. Yeah, so you can grab your feet, pushing your elbows into the inside of your knees, opening that up if you like. You can even double onto your legs, grabbing your toes, try to fold yourself in half a bit. Or simply grab a shin and push your knee down to the ground as one side, then the other. Really trying to stretch out that groin. I've always got, this one is always more flexible than the other one, so I really need to work on this. Alright, okay, let's cross our legs again. I'm just going to crawl our hands forwards, try and get our head close to the mat, stretching out our shoulders. So if you just put your elbows to the mat, that's fine. That's no problem. Yeah. Or just crawl your arms forwards, straightening out your arms in front of you so you feel the stretch on the top of your shoulders. Try and get your head as close to the mat as possible without like pulling anything. Just stay in that position for a couple of seconds. You can twist your body side to side a little bit. You can crawl your hands to the left and then to the right as well. You're changing stretch a little bit, feeling that up and down the mat. And push yourselves back up. Shoulders, you're going to rotate your shoulders backwards and forwards. Nice, okay, we've got 30 seconds. As I do with at the end of all my classes, I close my eyes for 30 seconds and try and think and visualise the positions we were doing, or try and think about a position that you're working on, or try and empty your mind completely, whatever the hell you want, or think about dinner or the judo class you can do next. Just to challenge ourselves that we can sit for 30 seconds and not fidget or do anything, okay? So I'm going to sit upright, breathe deeply through my stomach, and I'm going to shut up for 30 seconds. You can join me if you like. Alright, I'm done. Thanks guys. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.